Hello there, this is ELB. Now let's get back to work. So last time we got sword swinging looking a lot better, I would say. Rather than going off of multiple frames in the animation, we're simply taking the sprite itself and rotating it. And luckily, we got that to work well. That being said, I'm not 100% satisfied with how some of these swings look. That, and I'd like to change the fast attack to be a stab rather than a slash. And looking at the way this attack looks, it feels a little bit off. I'm thinking of simply changing the way it is, or the speed of the attack, as well as the easing effect that we use. So let's take a look at those easing effects real quick. We don't need this, nor do we need this Okay. Here. What are we looking for? We're looking for this, the way it comes back. Hold on just a moment. Had a message. Okay. So as you can see, we use Quint for the medium attack. Where's Quint? This one. And we use Quint for both of them, actually. So both of them coming to rest is Quint, so what must be causing that would be the in-out back here that we have. So let's look at these again. So we're using Quad for the slow attack, or for the weak attack. We're using Quint again for the medium attack, and then we're using back, this one, for the fast attack. Instead, I'm going to try using in-out Circ, or maybe in-out Expo. First, let's try Circ, because that looks like the one that'll give me the results I'd like. Okay. Hopefully it looks good. Okay. We got our basic swing. Now let's try our medium swing. Now let's try our heavy swing, or I should say our strong swing. The coming back portion definitely feels a bit better, but I don't know, it doesn't feel like it goes quite fast enough. So, one way we might fix this is by simply changing the attack length. So the attack length for all of them so far is the same speed, but what if we made this into like 200 or something? Or what happened to my music? Oh, yes, I'm still listening, Pandora. Okay, so maybe not 200, but well, we know that there's 1,000 milliseconds in a second. So 1,000 ms per s. And there's 30 frames per second. So how many milliseconds are in one frame? So gonna be like 33 or 33 point something probably. Yep. Okay. So to keep this simple, we're just gonna keep it at, well, we can multiply this. So 333 would be a tenth of a second, not a tenth of a second, it would be 10 frames. So let's aim for 8 frames. So let's go with 267. Okay. So the attack should be a bit faster. It definitely does feel faster. However, we may run a risk of having the attack simply miss the target, because rather than going off of where the sword was and where it's slashing through, we're going off of where the sword is. So let's give this a quick test and see what happens. Well. Yeah, look at that. We're completely going... Oh! Well, we got him that time. And that time. But you probably saw what happened there. We were completely missing. So, should we find a better way to do this? I don't think that's a bad idea at all, honestly. We could potentially be, like, really thorough about it and make it so that we do a collision check every, say, 1 degree of rotation. But honestly, I'm not interested in slowing down the computer that much. That, and we can probably find a better way to optimize this. So, what could we do, though? I guess something that we could do is try animating our attacks in a different fashion. Let me show you what I mean real quick. So we have our sword, right? I'm going to resize the canvas. Don't know if I'll keep it this way. Okay. Oh, no. No, once again. So simply just by doing this and then, say, removing simply by removing this, you can sort of see where the slash is coming from. Then we could just do this, and suddenly, bang, we have a better slash animation, or more of a slash animation. Now I'm not actually going to save this, but modify mask, separate collision masks, yep. So then now we have this entire thing. So if we really want to, I guess we could animate the entire thing. The only problem then is we would need to animate two other things. Or more like we would need to be willing to do two other things. One, we'd need to be willing to have different animation layers for different parts of the blade in case we need to, say, recolor different parts of it. And it would simply be a lot more work. Or at least potentially. So is this really the way I want to do it, though? I'm not super sure yet. For now, I'd like to see if I can't find another option. You know, something that at least works a bit better. But I'm not sure what. Did that save all that? It did. Poop. Okay. Transform, resize. You are 32 by 16. Okay. We might be able to... Actually, hold on a moment. I do have an idea. So... This is going to be interesting. So... Fat sword, right? Why would I make the sword fat? Well, get ready, because I'm about to make it even fatter. So, we could... Actually... You know what? I'll just do this. So you might be wondering why I'm making a fat sword. Well, we already know that we're using precision collision maps. Yeah. And we can choose which one to go with. So, here. There's just mask index. So we could go between different mask indexes, potentially. The only problem is we're going to have to create a bunch of different sprites for this rather than simply choosing one out of multiple. Or at least that's what it's looking like. So, this would work. I'd prefer to have it all in the same sprite, technically, but... having this as an option is really not a bad idea, I think. So, let's go with this. Okay. So let's Here, create group, sword. Come on, get in there. I'm gonna put you to the front, and then I'm gonna do SPR melee sword mask 1. Okay. I'm gonna add the sprite. I'm gonna make it so it's only the blade. SPR melee sword mask. Oh, did not mean to save. That's fine, I suppose. Copy. Control V. 2. Let us make you fatter. Okay. Oh, cancel. Actually, hold on a moment. Just because you're gonna be that color so that it's easier to see. There we go. Now that's thicker. Duplicate you. SPR. Oh. 4. Edit sprite. Widen you. And we're just gonna keep on doing this. Hopefully this works. To anyone watching right now, you might have a much better, or even maybe, or more obvious solution to this problem. And if you do, you should put it in the comments. I'd love to see it. To anyone who doesn't, hopefully you understand that all this iteration is so that we can actually make something, hopefully, of decent quality. If I just went with the first solution I came up with for anything, then, like even just for sword swinging, then we probably wouldn't have as much as, it wouldn't, sorry, it would not be able to, I would not be able to reach as high of a level of quality as I'd like. Now, that's not to say this is going to be a super high quality project, but you know what I mean. And there we go. So we're going to need to find a way to switch between the masks. I suppose I'm going to make this based upon how much of a swing has been done that frame. So how much the sword angle has changed. So if, say, the sword angle has changed by 10, then we don't need to do anything. But if it's changed by 50 in a single frame, then we could probably use sword mask, I don't know, 5 or whatever. So let's give that a shot. Sword rotation. Hitbox change. Okay, attack, swing, start, or step, attack, start, step, rotation equals image angle. Okay. So I think there's a maths function in here just for finding the difference. Rounding functions. For oh. Is there not something for the difference? No. Not lerp, obviously. We don't need the min of 16 arguments. We don't need the median. We don't need the mean. We don't need max. We don't need rounding up. We don't need the sign. We don't need the absolute value. We don't need the fraction. We don't need the floor rounding, or we don't need to round down. We don't need to just round to whichever. Alright. I'll do this myself then. Shouldn't be too difficult. Create group. Maths. Create script. Hold on. SCR. Maths. Difference. So this script is for determining the difference between two different numbers. Argument 0 is number 1. Argument 1 is number 2. Argument 2 will be whether or not to give an absolute value. So just in case we need well, no, I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, so we're looking for the difference between these two numbers. Now, the obvious way to do it would be having the higher number minus the lower number. So, if we're looking for the difference between 5 and 10, then you go 10 minus 5 is 5. Well, no, but that's why we have the absolute. There we go. Okay, so return oh, we don't have the abs of argument 0 minus argument 1. It's not going to matter which one is which. But would that work for negative numbers, though? I don't know, I'm just trying to do this in my head. Mental math is fun. So if we wanted to get the difference between 10 and negative 10, then we already know that that's going to be 20, right? The difference is going to be, well, yeah. But 10 minus -10 is equal to, hold on, is equal to 10 plus 10. Oh wait, no, we would get 20. Okay, cool. So why am I even bothering to do this entire script if it's so much simple, or if it's just this? I don't even know. I was expecting it to be like a lot more code for some reason. Okay. There. There. Swing distance, or should we call it rotation distance? Rotation distance equals the absolute value of image angle minus attack start step rotation. Let's make that a var. Because why not? Okay. Okay. Then we can divide it by 10 and floor it. We're going to divide it by 10, then floor it, so we're either going to get 1 through 300 through 36, I believe. And finally, or we can do a switch here. Var rotation oh, come on, distance. Case 0 mask index equals SPR sword mask 1. Why is that only giving me that? Oh, that's why. Should be melee sword mask 1. There we go. And then break. Okay. Case 1. I think I'm doing this right? Yes I am. Actually, I'm gonna do this for now. Case 2, we're gonna have view, there we go, and then break. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyhow, that should be fine. Was there a 9? No, there was not. And then we'll do this if var rotation distance is larger than 8. And we're simply going to do mask index equals SPR melee sword mask 8 anyway. I kind of want to mess with these though, because I'm thinking about it a little bit and I'm not 100% satisfied with the way they look. Here, let me show you what I mean. So this sort of artificially extends the sword because you could get hit by the corner. So I'm going to try something real quick. Resize canvas. I'm going to do 48 and 48. Okay. Now I'm going to do this. So then transform, resize canvas, 32, 16, and then I'm going to erase this, this. I'm going to change you back to this, and I'm going to add this. Actually, just how big is that? 3, 4, 5. Got it. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I remove you. We're not going to need to do this for all of them, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove you, remove you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making this nice and rounded when we swing. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this should be the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, we are golden. I'm gonna sneeze here in a moment, just a warning. Okay, let's give this a shot now. It looks the same, which is of course what we want. Seems like a hit. Doesn't look like it was supposed to hit anyway. Yeah, it seems like it's working how it should, which is good. If it were to go over, like, a rotation of 80, then... What would that even be? Hold on. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay. So, that solved that problem. Awesome. Manually changing the hitbox. Because it's here on these corners that we'd most likely see that sort of problem. Alright. How long have I been streaming? 36 minutes now. I'm going to keep on going. But give me just a moment, because I'd like to check on something. Oh. Okay. So, now that I think about it, we already have a system in place for determining how much the sword has been swung, right? So, why not get a little bit of a smear in there anyhow? Okay. So I'm going to search in scripts to find SPR melee sword to see if that's being called by anything at all. It's only being called as a mask. Good. So, that means we can do this. I hit F1. Okay. So let's see how this looks real quick. I'm going to do this. Actually, No, that should be fine. Just going to do this. You're going to be called SPR melee sword 2. SPR melee sword 3. SPR melee 4. see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four. I think that's correct. Let me check real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. Then all I need to do is draw 1 pixel down for each of these. Actually, what am I doing? I don't need to do this at all. I can actually use the image index, I think it is, the different frames. Oh, nope. I'm gonna copy you. Copy you. Do this, because I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Do that. And there we go. So for now, this is only going to be for swinging counterclockwise, aka with the rotation of the way angles work in GameMaker. Because, once again, 0 is right, 90 is up, 180 is left, and 270 is down. So I might make a SPR melee sword clockwise and then a counterclockwise one. And, well, we'll see for now. Why does this one look funny? No, it does not actually look funny. Got it. Okay. So image speed is 0. Let's see. So we're going to do image index. Should be the right one. Subimage, yes. Equals 0. And then in state 2, image index will equal 0. Now let's give this a shot. So we're going to do and image index change. Image index equals var rotation distance, and we'll do image index equals 8 just in case it's above 8, which we don't want. Okay, let's give this a shot and see what it looks like. Now once again, it's not going to look right for counterclockwise or for clockwise swings. It looks okay. Mm. Here, let's do this. We're gonna do um, var rotation trail, and that's gonna be absolute value of image angle minus var attack start step rotation. Okay. But then we're gonna do var, oh wait, no. Var rotation trail will equal the flooring of var rotation distance divided by 20, or 15 we'll say. So that it'll be a bit longer, or at least I think it will. Or it should be. Would it be? Or would that make it larger? No, I think we should go to 5. There we go. Okay. And then here we can move this. And then if var rotation, no, if var rotation trail, so let's get this right here, is larger than 8. Hold on. Oh, if it's larger than 7, in fact. Where are we? It's larger than 7, then image index equals 7. Okay, let's give this a shot. Not really seeing it there. What about with a faster swing? Still not. Really still not. Come on. Oh. That's because I did this. Var rotation trail. Okay. Let's try this again. Yeah, so we can see it pretty clearly when we're having the correct side to the swing. Well, all right. Okay. So now we're going to call this one counter Or, C clock. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this and call it SPR melee sword clock for just clockwise. Oh, what are you doing up there? That's sprite, transform, mirror flip, not that way, vertically, apply to all. There we go. Sprite index equals SPR melee sword C clock. And then sprite index equals SPR melee sword clock. Okay, this should look correct. Let's give it a test. Alright, look at that. It's got that slight trail to it. I like it. Okay. I want to change something real quick. The way this works is starting to bother me just a bit. I'm going to do this, this, and this. Because right now it's taking up a little bit too much space. There we go. And look at that. Looks just a little bit better. Alright. Sorry. I'm quite happy with how that looks. How long have I been streaming now? 54 minutes. I have roughly an hour before I gotta start getting ready for work. I am gonna pause this here. Well, more like stop this here. Grab another drink, and then get back to it within a minute or two. And is that a hair in my drink? Well, that's a hair in my cup. Anyway, sorry. I'm gonna get back to this, hopefully only within a few minutes. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.